Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about something that the mainstream media rarely touches with honesty. The ongoing blame game between India and Pakistan over terrorist attacks. Especially the recent one, which once again, without conclusive proof, led to Pakistan being accused within hours. But wait, shouldn't allegations of such not assumptions? Let's pause here and reflect. Has there been any international investigation? Has the UN been involved? Have independent intelligence assessments been published? Not yet. And still the verdict is already out. Pakistan is guilty. Is that justice or is it geopolitics? Let's rewind to the Pulwama attack in 2019. India blamed Pakistan almost immediately. But a deeper look into Indian media reports and political statements showed glaring inconsistencies. The explosive used was RDX, heavily controlled, difficult to access, and later reports suggested it may have been smuggled locally. An investigation by The Wire, Indian independent media, pointed to possible intelligence failure. Even some retired Indian officials, like former RAW officer VK Singh, acknowledged internal lapses. But that part never made headlines. Why? Because when you want a narrative to serve political ends, the truth becomes an inconvenience. And then there's timing. Let me ask, isn't it curious that these attacks often align with major diplomatic events? This latest incident, it occurred just before a key US delegation visit to New Delhi, back in 2016. The Uri attack happened days before the UN General Assembly, where India wanted to raise the issue of cross-border terrorism. Coincidence, maybe, but as British journalist Robert Fisk once said, in war, truth is always the first casualty. Now here's another layer. India, under its current government, has increasingly embraced a hardline nationalist ideology. A recent paper by the London School of Economics showed how national security narratives are being used to consolidate political power in India, especially before elections. So ask yourself, who benefits from terror before global events or elections? In politics, manufactured perception can be more powerful than reality. The United States used this strategy in the Gulf of Tonkin incident to escalate the Vietnam War. Declassified documents later showed the incident was misrepresented to the public. In 2008, India experienced the tragic Mumbai attacks, while Pakistan was blamed, and yes, groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba were involved. Later disclosures by former CIA and Indian officials revealed deep failures in communication, and more importantly, that actionable intelligence was ignored. And now let's turn to Pakistan's reality. Pakistan has fought a brutal war against terrorism within its own borders. Over 70,000 lives have been lost, civilians, police and military. Just 2 years ago, a bombing in Quetta killed dozens in a mosque. Did the world call India responsible? No, because Pakistan didn't play the blame game. Instead, it fought back against extremism. Groups like Tehrik-e-Taliban, Pakistan, TTP, have been actively targeted by Pakistan's military. So the question is, why would a country that is bleeding internally from terrorism risk global backlash by sponsoring attacks abroad? Doesn't make strategic sense, does it? Also remember this. In 2021, Indian journalist Arnab Goswami's leaked WhatsApp chats during the TRP scam case revealed shocking truths. He was aware of a planned military strike before it happened. The leak suggested that military action was being timed for maximum media impact. That's not journalism. That's propaganda. Multiple Indian defense analysts like Ajay Shukla and Praveen Swami have written that terror narratives are being weaponized by the government and corporate-controlled media to serve political goals. Meanwhile, Pakistan has time and again called for joint investigations, offered UN involvement, and pushed for peace dialogues. Yet those offers are rejected. Why? Because dialogue weakens the propaganda. Because truth threatens control. Let me be clear. I am not defending terrorism. I am defending truth. And the truth is, accusations without evidence are not justice. They are political tools. Innocent people on both sides of the border suffer because of these narratives. The youth grow up with hate, suspicion, and fear. And behind all of it, power games continue, untouched, unaccountable. So to my Indian viewers, I say, ask your government for facts, not feelings. To my Pakistani viewers, keep pushing for peace and transparency. To the international community, don't buy the first version of the story. Investigate. And to everyone watching, never forget, real patriotism is not about hating your neighbor. It's about standing for truth, even when it's inconvenient.